I have a postcard in my living room window that says, to love is to dance with the universe, which has been my problem all of my life. And the cause of that is eager, it is impatience. That has been like the stick in the wheel for me, and I believe for many of us, as when we dream and when we create and when we wish for things, it is already given. Everything is given like that. God does not evaluate if you are worthy, if you are ready, if anything. There's no such thing going on as to not give you whatever you dream of. That's you. You are that switchboard making the connections possible, which in our experience becomes like, yeah, I gotta control this. I gotta make that happen. But it's more of allowing. It's more of allowing life to happen. And to live in gratitude and love. Because that's the dance. To love is to dance with the universe. And you are not really loving anywhere else than here. And as you want things to come to fruition, as you want things to become manifested in the line of your dreams and your visions, then you have to believe in them. You have to feel worthy of them. You have to expect them to come. You hold the key as to attract everything in peace, in love. Things are happening. Only good things are happening to me, for me. Only good things come to me. Everything in my experience is for my greater good. Everything is to teach me how to return to love and to keep that dance going with the universe. If you and the universe is a couple, there is a partnership in that dance. And if you are sitting on the bench like this, just like, yeah, you dance, universe, and I'll just sit there. That's not dancing. That's not dancing with the universe. And when you dance, you are also not bummed. You are not like, yeah, this sucks. It sucks. I hate dancing. So that doesn't work either. When you dance, you are enjoying yourself. You are in joy. So all things you wish for, everything that is coming to you that is really there, it is pushing, it is just wanting to give itself to you, is you holding it back, saying that, well, the conditions right now are not great. I am not feeling grateful for where I am right now. Then you're holding it back. If you feel like I'm not ready, then you're holding it back. If you feel like I'm not worthy, you're holding it back. If you feel like, yeah, that's never gonna happen, you're holding it back. You are the one. You are the one that is giving yourself everything. If you pause for some time and start to make notes of things, you will see this very clearly. When I am, because everything is just a joyful connection. So if I have a day when I am so low in vibration, I'm full of doubt, and I go outside, I have a hard time getting eye contact with people, and not that many say hello to me. And when I say hello to them, it's just this awkward, no connection. And then you have another day when I feel high vibe, and I feel like things are possible, and I feel like things are happening. I feel like I'm on the path. I feel like I'm on my own set course in life. Then people say hi to me before there's eye contact. That is just because I am more charismatic, I am more present, I am more loving, I am more in tune with myself. And life is all about attraction. It's the world is not full of shit. The world is actually full of opportunities as well. There are quite a bit of shit happening in the world, but the world is full of possibilities. And those possibilities are always there for you, and they are always there for you in a really, really good way as to suit your specific intentions and what you're all about and what you want to do and everything. If you are at peace and if you are not fighting, because allowing things to happen is not a bunch of control. It's more of a participation. Just participating in life. Hey, what's going on? And just being like showing up for life. And when I talk about this now, I see that and I understand that from my early years up until now. And now I'm 42 and I've lost everything. So when I talk about it, I talk about it positively. I am optimistic when I talk about it because I know that this is how it works. If you want to live a life full of gratitude and full of love, there is just no big surprise that you need to be grateful and live in love. It's just you get what you give. But then you have these subconscious impressions and convictions that you fight with that are your resistance as you come to like, I am good enough. And you can say that to yourself. It's like a rubber band, kind of. Like the rubber band is like these gym, I don't know if people use those in gyms anymore. But they have these rubber bands, you can put them on your feet and like, yeah. It's like that. That's your resistance as to feeling good enough about yourself. So if you state that I'm good enough, I love myself, I am love, I am worthy. And then you have the subconscious conviction which is the rubber band. And as you don't state this often enough, the resistance will like pull you back. The rubber band will get back. And that's, I hope if anybody watches this understands what I mean. It's just like if you got a hunchback, it has become like that over time, and you can straighten yourself out. You can feel like, yeah, I'm having a good posture now. This is a good posture, like I feel good. I am good enough. And then the body has, the muscles have become shorter, and you revert back. And that's the same thing when it comes to your subconscious convictions. They pull you back. No, you are worthless. Remember that. You are a piece of shit. Remember? And you need to keep stating what is true, because that's a lie. And a posture like this, hunchback, is actually a lie too. And it's a product of feeling shame and guilt and not taking care of yourself. So if you have a good posture and a strong body, that's also in congruence with actually taking care and feeling good and loving yourself, supporting yourself. Everything is a part of everything. I feel like this eager, this impatience, because it's everybody can believe for anything. Everybody can have a vision and a dream and see like, it's possible. Anything is possible. Why not? Who is to say that this happens and this connection and these things and things work out and then my dream comes true? Nobody can say that. Nobody can say, well, that's not very likely. Yeah, but that's just a narrow mind. Really. If you have an open mind to whatever can happen, and if you co-create with the universe, then things can happen in any way possible. And anybody can believe for that. But to believe and have faith in that over an extended period of time is something that gets killed or gets really difficult, hard, when there's impatience and eager as to, come on, where is it? Where is the dream come true? Where is my own creation? Where is my own gift? Where is my own? Because you are dreaming and you are having visions and you are creating, and then you receive it from source, which is also you, but you are holding it. So it's all you. It's all you. Either allowing for things to happen or being impatient and taking control and messing things up that sometimes have very destructive consequences that you will have to deal with for a long time. And that long time dealing with those are also in relation to making it right for yourself, to actually turning the tables and presenting yourself worthy of receiving a second chance, of receiving redemption, restoration, reunite with love, basically. Reunite with a soul connection, a heart connection, and get back to dancing with the universe again. and being in love. And that's a misconception of I need to find myself a partner. But that's not what it's about. And that's also a big problem as we become eager and impatient and want to find somebody that will fulfill what we lack inside ourselves. So we want to get back to being in love inside of ourselves. And then when we are in love within ourselves, we can share that with somebody else. And then it becomes a desire of being together in love more than I lack so much love inside myself, so I'm in such need of love, so I want that love from the outside in. And that becomes a relationship of need, which the universe cannot handle at all. The universe, God, doesn't care about that. It ignores that completely. It is just us human beings that have the possibility to create a relationship based on need, because we are ignoring how things are actually working and what love actually is. So we create something that we call love, and that becomes destructive because it's always like a pendulum going. It's like an upside down pyramid that is like, yeah, now I'm feeling good and now you're feeling good, and now the relationship should be two solid pyramids together, not two upside down pyramids that are wavering and insecure and like tilting over each other and trying to make it work, like keeping the balance, as both are in need. And the need is to really acknowledge and affirm themselves and to feel love in relation to themselves, to fill their own cup, which is a problem in society, as we're not supposed to love ourselves because that's ego. But that's also a misconception of who we are, because if we say that, point to yourself, and we point here, then you are in a misconception of who you are. And then it becomes hard to celebrate praise and love and being in love with yourself, because you are here. But you are here. This is your cup. This is where you are in love. That's when you celebrate yourself. That's when you feel worthy. That's when you feel like anything can happen, like anything is possible. And this is actually the magnetic part of you. This is the electric part. This is the magnetic part. Synapses, emotions. So when you attract based on, like I said earlier, when I feel good and I feel charismatic and I feel like I'm on my path, I feel good about myself. And then I radiate that magnetic field of emotions and I attract things, possibilities in the world. If I feel unworthy and I don't feel good about myself, I still attract, but I attract impossibilities and I attract a bunch of resistance and difficulties, as to make myself understand that I need to be in love with myself and celebrate myself. And then I will emanate a different kind of vibe that will give me something else in the world. So it's all me. It's all you. That's what makes things happen. And we cannot be impatient over this, because the impatience is just pushing things away. Year after year after year. And the need is also pushing things away. It creates a gap. So whatever you want is right next door. It's on the other side of your front door. All you need to do is to open it with gratitude and self-worth and feeling great about yourself here. And then you open the door and everything's there. Here you go. No big deal. It's easy, just as you are easy. But if you are difficult and you are trying to control and you feel like you have a strong need and you are impatient like hell, then you are really not at ease. So you will get a reflection of that. So you need to be at peace and you need to be in love within yourself. And then things will work out. Wherever you are, whatever you do. I'll be right here waiting for you. That's God singing. Just waiting. Are you done yet? Are you done? Will you please turn the key? Will you please feel worthy? Will you please celebrate yourself? Will you please just allow for things to happen? It will make your life a lot greater without a bunch of pain. And you can also share that with as many as you want, as to make the world better for others. As you stay in love, as you stay connected. Wherever you go, whatever you do, right here waiting for you, just waiting to get over it. Get over all the condemnation, get over all the judgments, get over all justifications as to anything, creating that gap, keeping the door closed, preventing things from happening. That's it. It is simple enough. And sometimes we hold on to shit for 35 years and just kill everything beautiful. It's the same for me as an individual, and it's the same for humanity. If we hold on to this happened to the Jews, the slavery, black people, it was terrible. How can I ever deny that anything of that wasn't terrible? It was terror. It was awful. There are no words that could ever be invented that will describe how awful all of that shit was. And this kind of shit is still going on because we're not letting go. The same reason I've lost everything and I'm sitting here alone recording YouTube videos that nobody watches is me keeping the door closed and not allowing, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, which is me needing to feel worthy and needing to let go of guilt, needing to let go of justifications, needing to let go of the fight and the conflict within myself, to just receive the new, to receive the new, whatever that is, which is extraordinary, which is so great, which is so loving because it's in complete alignment with what I want, because that's something that I have dreamt of and had visions of and actually communicated with God, with Source about. that has put together all of this. That's just like, and I'm like, to my own glory. That's what humanity is doing as well. Just holding on to the fight, holding on to the justifications, holding on to all the indifferences, holding on to all the conflict. And then life becomes war, loss, lack, coming to a state of need even more, just to teach a lesson, just to teach me, teach humanity a lesson. It's the same thing. Everything is an expression of the same thing. And if you are identified as things are not meant to be and things are going to shit and this is my destiny, you are just a guilt-ridden human being that is playing the role of the victim. My situation is like this right now. And if this evolves into me getting like cancer and then I end up in prison or whatever, there's no coincidence to that. It's what I maintain within myself as I push myself away from everything beautiful in my life with my own justification and condemnation and judgment in relation to myself within. To put myself in the state of need more and more and more until I lay in a hospital bed and I can't wash myself and they give me a sponge bath because I'm so sick. That's me. It's like, oh, I had such bad luck. No. That's a choice. And if you don't believe that, and if you don't understand that, then you're not aware of anything happening in your life. I don't know where you are inside your head, actually. You are out in space, or you are just not in focus at all, because it's very clear. It's very easy to see if you become just a little bit attentive and make some mental notes as to what is actually going on in your life in relation to how you feel. It's not hard. We create our own reality, and it's all about the general state of being, feeling, which creates what we attract. That's what it is. Possibilities or disabilities. Eager, impatience, believe, faith, self-love, being at the surface, mentally, emotionally, not being down with the maggots, then you'll end up there pretty soon. The life meant for you, your destiny of love, not fear, is waiting for you as you allow for it to happen. That's the truth. That's God's honest truth. And it's not my opinion. It is not an opinion at all. It doesn't matter if I say it or if anybody else say it. It is not an opinion. It is universal law of attraction, law of resonance. We get what we give. We may not understand exactly how that works, but as we learn that, we actually see that we create all of what we are experiencing. We prescribe our reality. Anything that you experience in your life is created in doubt or in faith before anything has ever happened. Anything that you experience has been an experience emotionally, mentally, within yourself before it happens outside of yourself. Even if you haven't had dreams and visions of meeting that person up in that place, maybe you haven't seen that, but how that plays out and what kind of interaction that is, what the exchange is and what it leads to, that's what has been experienced before in your general state of feeling, being, and that becomes what that became. That's how everything works. So that's the reason why you should have a good spirit. Just be in a good spirit. Be optimistic, enthusiastic, and positive, and these kinds of things happen. And if you have a really hard time with that, then your rubber band is pulling you like crazy, which means that you have subconscious negative convictions of judgment and condemnation that you need to express, and that you need to start affirming the opposite, as your scale is tilted to the negative side extremely. So you need to affirm the good and actually start tilting it the other way. And then the resistance is pulling here, but the rubber band will start releasing eventually, and it will become a bit easier. And then you're more on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Have a nice day. Bye.